Alright, welcome back everyone to A Programmer Plays Metroid Prime Remastered. This is episode 3. In our previous episode, we picked up the Charge Beam, the Morph Ball Bomb, and the Morph Ball Boost. And we defeated a plant monster. So now we have ventured through Magmar Caverns into the Fendrana wastes in order to get here, I think we're done in here for now. Yeah, I think so. And you know what? I'm just now putting together probably the reason why they had Ridley fly over in this direction is to get some players to literally chase after him and be like, oh, I don't want to stick around in this snowy area. I want to go fight that thing. I wonder if that backfired on anybody. Seems possible. Really? Alright. In theory, we can do this. In practice... and we'll come back to it. Pretty sure it's just a missile upgrade. Not that jazzed about it. That was risky. That was very unnecessary. And this is a spot that I've seen a lot of people get really hung up on. We'll be back. I've seen multiple friends. Stage made. Whoa. What's funny is I knew that was going to happen. This happened to me as a kid a bunch with walking through this room and getting flamethrowered into the ground. I definitely know better. Yeah, here I am. Can I destroy that guy? I don't know that I can. I think it's literally just a be fast, be sneaky situation with them. Where does that go, actually? Oh, I remember this now. Yeah, I've probably got the dexterity for this. I really appreciate the way that they created some inner corners for us to push up against there. Because they could have easily not, and it would have, you know, been much more fiddly. This is good practice for me, though. I need the practice. flamethrowers, we wait for the flamethrowers. We see the flamethrowers, and we wait for the flamethrowers. An iconic shot, in my opinion. Like, this little bit right there of... There's a gantry in the background, there's lava on the floor, there's a monster right in front of you, and you're just taking pot shots trying to kill it before it causes you a bad time. Yep. Do I want to go? Yeah, I do want to go there. Because we can't go there. We don't have the spider ball yet. This is such a cool thing, like, for people who haven't played Metroidvanias or, like, Souls-like games before, they might not be used to worlds linking in on themselves from multiple angles. And so being like, holy cow, we're back in Talon Overworld. What? It's just a really cool moment, I think. I don't remember if that's like poison gas or anything. I don't think it actually was, and I was just being paranoid, but you know, whatever, it's fine. Where the... And again, this is some good map design where players should be able to come here and go, wait a minute, half pipe, can I use this? Now that we've done that, we can get to this. And again, I really appreciate some of the little nooks and crannies in the world geometry to make it so that we don't fall off where we're supposed to be for silly reasons. Boom! We're back here, but up high. Important because... Space jump boots. This really changes the feel of the game, in my opinion. Like, without the space jump boots, Samus feels kind of like tanky. You know, you've got some heft to you. The way that you move around feels very thunk. And the way that the controller vibrates when you land reinforces that, right? But now we've got way more agility. Alright, so let's see. This is about the point where my memory starts betraying me. Where do I need to go next? We've been to the Chozo ruins. And generally I feel like I've done a good job grabbing stuff. There is in the main plaza at least one thing. There's two things, only one of which I think we can get at the moment. But in general, I don't think we need to return there yet. Magmore Caverns. There's definitely stuff that we can try and pursue. Yeah. Alright, so what let's do, actually, let's go back to the Chozo Ruins to get back into Magmore Caverns. And on the way, we'll, you know, pick up a couple extra bonus upgrades. Hold up. Okay, I think I just misheard. I was like, I thought I heard you know, the secret sound, but it might have just been the elevator soundtrack fading in. Guess I should go ahead and scan this Chozo lore. Alright. I enjoy how previous mini-boss is now just a regular enemy. Alright, so right there. Okay, I did it bad. There's also a tunnel over here that we can go through because we've now got the morph ball bombs. Couldn't do that earlier. And I don't think there's a benefit to us riding the little half pipe in here, but yeah, we would need multiple upgrades that we don't have yet, so we won't bother with that. Yeah, there's also in the room right before this save, there's some upgrades we can get. Might as well. This room. Thought I got all the knives, but I clearly did not. Damn, I forgot about needing to bust this. Right, bop, bump, up. There we go. Multiple missile expansions in very short order. And that is the elevator we want, so you know what? We'll put that on. I could save. I think we really need to, though. Again, I love that there's a sound telling us. Because it was the sound that made me pause and go, wait. I've missed something. Also, man, I love that killing the boss clears up the toxicity around here in the water. Generally speaking, I quite like it when games make the environment safer over time, like Tomb Raider 2013. 2013? Yeah, 2013, I think. Killing the enemies was kind of sort of permanent. Like the first time you passed through the area, you would kill story enemies, and then the second time through you would kill the like long-term enemies. And the result was that like thoroughly exploring an area would make it safer, and I actually really like that. I think it's a pretty cool system. I think that a lot of Metroidvanias struggle with, hey, we've got enemies here, and the player runs out of reasons to engage with them. Like if you're not getting some form of currency or experience or something from them, and you've seen me do this in this very session, just running straight past enemies and not engaging with them because I've only got things to lose if I'm already like full health, full ammo. So if players are going to just run right past enemies, you might as well just be like, well, all right, we'll let you clear the room. All right. So now that we're getting to somewhere a little more dangerous, we will go ahead and save. It's amazing how much safer this area is. Now that we've got double jumping. I could swear that that should have persisted. love that. Love that so much. It's such a small thing, but like, I don't know. For me, it's a big part of the selling part of Metroidvanias. I want to deal with the little morph ball puzzle here. I think I do. It's a bit lengthy, but that's fine. Samus. This room feels so like this is a fairly intense room for a missile upgrade. Which, as far as I can tell, is there purely just to be cool. Like, just for atmosphere. Just, here's a cool room. Oh, no. Nope, no. Wanted to see what's on the other side. Don't totally remember, if I'm being honest. Okay. That was a more direct path. Could have done that the first time. That's okay. So, from here, yeah. That's nice. That's actually a super nice detail. They actually show you the door when you walk in over here. You can see like, there's a thing over there. And so someone who wasn't running off memory as much as I am would be able to look at that and say, oh, okay, I need to do X thing in order to get to that door. Very cool. Excellent. Good game design. You've been targeted. Here, because we've got the double jump, up above here.
Recording to logbook.
Search. fun mechanic to, like, the player does a thing, and you can see, like, there's a tactile aspect to it, right? Of you spin the ball and the rope tightens, right? The drawbridge draws. I don't know. I think it's cool. I like it. Jumping ahead a little bit on our stuff. The second of 12. And then this, which we need to remember, is destructible. We've got super bomb. Right. Excellent. Back up. Now that we're back to Phendrana Drifts, I believe that we can make the jumps over to the spot that we, like the big open room that we were in before. This spot over here, is this a heat spot or just a... Yeah, heat spot. Alright. Fair enough. Go ahead and save just to be, safe. Pew. That's such a big jump. Like, it doesn't seem like you should be able to make that jump. Cordite's the super missile, yeah. Which, I mean, they're doing, like, visual language there with that. I am constantly rechecking because my memory's bad. Man, I love the Chozo leftovers and everything.
Recording to normal.
It's just so cool. There's so much aura to them. So cool. Ah. Common was this one, right? tell that I only halfway remember what I need to do here. No. 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 We made it. Against all odds, we've survived. Just within scanning range. Well, maybe not just within scanning range. Easily within scanning range. I just, didn't trust him. Thought I'd gotten you, and I did not. Very cool. Side note, I want to point out, that's fine.
Recording to logbook.
Actually, hold on. Most beam weapons, reflect fire. Yeah. Hitbox for this one's a little... Because you gotta get up close, but then you just still end up getting hit. Like right there, that did not feel like I should have gotten hit. Oh. There we go. Simple enough, just, I don't know. There's a few places where I touched the finger quotes chin, and I was like, did I? Or did I hit the collider and it's fine? Give it to me. So interesting that they changed the controls. Like, and I'm glad that they did, because the control scheme makes more sense. but it's interesting how much like we didn't know what we didn't know, and we were still experimenting a lot back when Metroid Prime was being made, and you know, at that point, shooters on consoles was not a sure thing. Alright, we'll save, because this is a fairly retro game, and saving after a boss is a good idea. And as memory serves, there was purple door up there. Perfect. Oh. Hello, fellas. You know what? I have nothing to gain by fighting you. You get to live. I think I just need to go around and find, yeah, over here. Missed this earlier.
Recording to logbook.
Good.
Recording to logbook.
I don't think a charge beam from any beam weapon can drop that. Not totally certain of that, though. So pretty sure melted by heat. Yeah. Let's go get a visor. Probably should have scanned that first, but well.
Added to logbook.
I really appreciate that the scan doesn't just like completely erase itself after you lose track of what you're scanning. Um, it's really nice that it picks up where you left off. It might not be exactly where you left off, but that's fine. Scan marines. See, like right there is definitely zooming. Oh shit, well, that was a bust. No! I said let's go get a visor, and I might. If I continue making this many mistakes, then it might not happen this episode. Let's do some. Surprised that these guys don't have a scan, you know? Get a cheeky little save in here. Back up. I think this might be a map station? Yeah. Alright, cool. It's shenanigans that I can't scan through the force field.
Recording to logbook. Recording to logbook.
I wonder how much it would affect this game
Recording to logbook.
if there was some upgrade you could get which would auto-scan stuff around you, so that you just had to be near it, and then if you wanted to, you could switch to the scan visor and read the details. That would radically change the vibe of the game. By the way, for anyone who wonders, why do you fire off 2 shots before you charge up the beam? The answer is I don't. It's just that's what happens when you hold down the fire button to charge it up. Part of the warm-up, shall we say, of doing the charge beam. Wait, Cordite. Cordite was the super beam, we think.
Recording to logbook.
Scan these while the lights are on to see what I'm doing. And for any veteran Metroid players who are playing this game for the first time, this right here is kind of a big oh no. The series will continue to live up to its name then. but electrical stun damage that it does is so nice. Just like that, we're done with combat. Alright, I love this room, by the way. I think it's about to change the state of this room, so I'm doing a little bit of pre-scanning.
Recording to logbook.
Data. Alright. Holographic sequence initialized. Pretty generous with the snapping on those, which I appreciate. It would have been easy for the game to make you line it up really precisely, and that would have been a pain in the butt. A little bit of magnetism makes games so much more pleasant. Having us do 3 of these is such an interesting little, or I'm sorry, 4 of these is such an interesting little, same as being like a mischievous little busy bee, taking things apart and putting them to her own use. Isn't it, like it creates a bit of characterization in a very indirect way. Now we get this very cool little bit of world building where we can learn about the planet that we're on, because there's this hologram of the planets. I wonder, I have not seen anything suggesting this to be the case, but I wonder if these other entries were potential, like, hey, there might be like sequels or DLC or something. Well, not DLC, but sequels set on these other planets. Let's lay some groundwork to spark the imagination of players and stuff like that. If this was a game made now, I would 100% be going, I bet that's DLC. Super missile. Thank you. I'll happily take that. Forgot that super missile was before the visor. Pop into here. bullet super missile, you get it, and it doesn't ask you to use it. Like with the space jump boots, we got it, and just immediately we needed to use it to get out of the room. Super missile, there's a bit of disconnect. I recall there's nothing back here. Yeah. This is a room that feels like there should be something. Well, kinda. I think we might have actually seen these guys before.
Recording to logbook.
Get out of here. You're not dead. Oh, I got you. Just a lot of missiles we burned through right there, but worth it. Really? Find that very surprising. Yeah, extreme heat. Hey, guess what? We'll keep going. We'll keep going. Not for super long. But this doesn't feel like the best ending spot. I'd rather get the next little thing done and out of the way. That feels like it'll be a better ending spot for the episode. The big reveal. There's Metroids here. They really like sell it with the camera.
Recording to logbook.
I think until we get the ice beam, pretty much has to be morph balls, right? Yeah. We might be able to super missile them. was a pretty nasty mistake.
Recording to logbook. Recording to logbook.
That alarm is killing me. Yay! I wasn't sure if that was gonna work or not. Sweet relief. We are going to that because I just don't want to deal with it. Central tank control disabled. Put me down, Chief. Did I actually get all that? I think I did. But I'll be honest, I wasn't really looking. Could be, I think, one more, actually. Console, I mean. I did not finish that thought. There we go. There we go. Give me that visor. It's a pretty great little write-up about how the visors work. If I remember, I'll put a comment on this video describing it or linking to it, because it's pretty interesting the way that the visors actually work under the hood. Okay, that does work. Cool. We'll do that. It's so dark. Like, they completely leaned into it. which is great. I'm a fan of that. I do want to double check that. Yeah, okay. Wanted to make sure that the wait, you're the first instance of this that I've actually had a chance to scan, trying to get a better vantage point on those two guys, and it backfired. I'm sure you were on the ceiling, and I just didn't look up enough for you. I do enjoy the interplay of the thermal visor lets you see in the dark, but machines are room temperature, so you just can't see them for shit. Ooh, this... I should not do this while the lights are off. Terrible idea. Right now, I'm shooting an enemy that I can barely even see. Because... we'll just leave that missile for another time. We'll be back here eventually. Remember if we get the power back on in here, or if that room is just now dark. I don't think it's just dark from now on. I think we maybe go back. I don't remember. I don't. There's no benefit to me fighting those guys, so onwards. That's definitely a downside too. Like I mentioned earlier in this episode, if yeah, we'll come back here later. If there's not XP or money being dropped by enemies, the player loses incentive to engage with them, and better off just running through the room than sticking around and potentially getting killed. Alright, so yeah, we ran a little long there, but that's okay. This feels like a good stopping point for this episode. We've gotten our hands on another visor, we've gotten our hands on the super missile, we've gotten our hands on the boots. So yeah, I would say this has been a very productive little one, and our number of missiles has gone up a fair amount. So YouTube, thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!